Okay, we're back. This is sorry for the long wait. We had some technical difficulties. Unfortunately, there has been a problem, and one of our competitors could not make it. So we were getting a fill-in, and all I gotta say is I know you guys have been waiting a long time. Are you guys ready for this to go on? Yeah, you guys heard it. Sin Shenron has made an appearance in the last match, and we got Xeno Sin back here with Karl. I know it looks a little weird with the names and everything, but this is just the quick swap we did. So we're ready to go, and Judge, you may let them know that they are ready to go. And yes, Jay, that was what I was saying that you'd like, because Sin Shenron. And we got the negative energy balls here. Let's get it.
100% correct, Tom. It is Blue Boujack.
Yeah, it is. Yes, Blue Boujack.
And we got everyone's favorite killer, Wang Poan here with the giant pan leader. And I know that Stiletto will be the first one to make a comment on it about Pan being here.
Yeah, well, there's not an awful lot of like meta cards, I'll say, in the pan list. The ones I can see are we've got one copy of Concentrated Destruction, one copy of Crown. We've got 2 copies of Imposing Presence, 1 new ruler, Yamcha, Merciless Barrage at 3. Then there's a load of Yamcha cards, which I love. And then we go kind of quite off meta with some very interesting tech choices. Very interesting tech choices.
Yeah, there's a lot of 1-offs and 2-offs in this pan deck, and I am all for it.
There's also a predictions that needs to go up. Just put that.
Hey, okay. We were trying to get all this chaos out of the way. I had to do the sin ball thing, you know. My brain is out the window.
You need to do something, but the prediction would be, especially for the final round, was just saying that it might be nice to have some tidbits on this final game. Do you think you could maybe sort the predictions out before the game starts?
Big O, give him the push to talk treatment.
Stream. Yeah, Tom, that's my really deep guttural voice that I whack out for special occasions. If I'm trying to get.
Can you send me a recording of that for a video that I'm gonna make?
What, of me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll get on that. Probably not today, obviously, because I'm gonna pass out later on.
Right.
Let's get to the game. So we've got Blue Boujack versus Red Pan. Turn 1, Pan has charged a Brawly Crown and played the I really want to say Baba, which combos and draws a card, which is quite nice.
Minus is 4k?
5k.
5k.
On a battle card.
That's what killed the Goku off.
The Blue Boujack has charged a Boujack, I believe, and I can't see what it is, a 3-drop Beto, and is now comboing with the 3-drop AOD Boujack to play it in rest mode. And does it take a life when it's comboed with?
It does not. So this is the Deadly Defender Boujack.
Okay. I am really, really sorry to Karl, but all of my tidbits now are going on Poe. Yeah, I can't bet against the favorite. Like, it's.
To be fair, Karl wasn't supposed to be in the match, but he's here anyway, so I gotta give it to my man for coming in here clutch and saving the show.
Somebody, 20k channel points going to Karl. That's huge. Lots of support for both players in this final round of Fight Night 8. Just somebody ping Scrub Games, because he's going to complain that he wasn't here for the voting. Just put
That's
that out
true, yeah. Everyone's screaming at him.
Very rough that the Blue Boujack hasn't seen a Zangia yet in the energy.
Yeah, that's not really going to help them, unless they're kind of not pausing, waiting to pop off later on in the game. But again, this pan list is going to catch a lot of, it's going to catch a lot of people. It's going to catch one person off guard, and that's Karl. The Ultimate Shenron Dimensional Wishmaster has come down, a unison that can +1, draw a card, bottom deck a card from hand, and then choose a red Earthling only battle card, then it's cost of 2 in your hand and play it. So he's played Yamcha, everyone's pal, which then swings, peeps top 3, and adds an Earthling from hand to deck. It also gets a draw from the Pan Leader because it's a battle card that gains 5k and then becomes a 20k card. This is a lot of cycle.
Very interesting that the Blue Boujack player tapped the Bujin instead of the Beto when playing the Deadly Defender. 'Cause if he'd done it the other way around, he would have been able to combo in the Beto and then play it for free on this attack.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is running off of being a spectator right now. So this
Pretty much wrapped in the setup. So any and all slight misplays we will excuse. We won't criticize him too much. Okay, so we don't have a list for Karl at the minute. We're looking at. I'm solely looking at Poe's list here. The top end looks like we've got 2 copies of Digging Deep. We've got the Goku and Frieza SCR, which is very, very spicy. And Heartfelt Plea as well. We've also got Secret Identity Mask Saiyan and a Bardock fighting against Fate. So it's kind of teched to sort of pop off in the mid-range and then use the 40k dual attack to burn them for an extra life, which is going to be pretty spicy, I'm not going to lie. So we look at with the Bojack's come down for 2 energy and has spun the Yamcha to the bottom of the deck. And
Pressuring that Unison now.
yeah, really trying to pile the pressure on this Unison. The reason Miyamoto that we've had a last minute change of player is because one of the participants was unable to make it in time for the final round, which is obviously a great shame. But we are pressing on because in the spirit of Fight Night, there's always someone else who wants to play.
very true.
And Tom is entirely correct. I'm going to be critiquing this blue Bojack every step of the way.
So this looks like 3-drop Beto coming down. Is Beto a critical here, Ollie?
He is, yes.
Nice. So this is going to allow him to pile a little bit of pressure on the Pan leader. Again, Pan is an untapped 2 when his life is 4, when her life is 4 or less, I should say.
Going with the second blue Bojack swing into the leader
Comboing off that 8.
instead of the Unison. So applying some pressure onto the leader here. But that is going to allow Poe to awaken during his next turn.
So Poe again has our access to essentially 5 energy split over to group of 3 and a group of 2, which is quite cool. They also get potentially a draw 2 because they'll draw when they play their first battle card that gets to 20,000 power. Then they'll draw on the awakened side when they get to 20,000 power on that side, and they'll also get a draw from the leader swing on the awakened side. So interesting that Poe's decided to charge that that second copy of the Unison. We've free played, the Yamcha, which means that we've now got 3 energy and another 2 energy to play with for a battle card. So it's going to be all about how Poe uses his energy here before he awakens. I did see the copy of Kaioken there when he was revealing a card.
Yep.
So he's swinging with the Yamcha. Get a peep 3.
A lot of Yamcha in this deck.
Huge fan. He is everyone's pal.
Very true.
He's your friend. He's my friend. He's not Vegeta's friend, though. Maybe he is, and Vegeta just doesn't want to say it.
When are we getting more Vegeta? Actually, do we even have one? I know we have... No, it's his blue dress shirt, but I want his Badman pink shirt.
Yes.
SCR.
Yes, 100%.
I hope that if there's a God Rare, that's it. It's just him and SS Blue Evolution in the Badman shirt.
What I want is that, and I also want, like, a silhouette in the background of Farmer with a shotgun.
Yes, that's... we're still waiting for that.
Bandai, hire me, please. Somebody.
And that's a
Anybody?
big pan flip right there. Untapping 2.
The ground shaking beneath Poe's feet as he flips that colossal leader. Swinging, getting a draw off the leader swing. Nice. The Kaioken's come down and has nuked that board. Very, very strong.
Board. Now, Bojack player is only on 7 in hand, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for him to regain his hand.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for him to push up from 7 to 7. Here we go, he's drawing to 7. He's ramped that energy.
He's going to need to see this Boo Unison next turn when he goes to 7 in hand to get the optimal turn 4 play down.
Yeah, so essentially what will happen is he takes the life here, 7 in hand now. Can tap 4 next turn after he's played the Boo Unison to go down to 7, draw the extra card, and then go back up to 7.
And then his Awaken will draw 2 and giving him 7 in hand.
Exactly.
So here Boujack comes in, doesn't have a target because Poe is sat on 3 energy and it only hits cards that are higher than 3 energy, but it is still a nice 5k blocker.
Yep, so that's what he's doing now. He's blocking this card.
Gonna use...
Kaioken also has a pitch ability from hand, so that's now gone. Unless there's a way for him to bounce this 3-drop back. But looking at the list, I can't see anything that bounces back to hand, unfortunately.
New ruler comes down.
This is a lot of pressure on Poe. Yeah, sorry, a lot of pressure from Poe, I should say.
I would argue that the blue Bojack player is okay to take this hit, just because going from 5 to 3 is not a bad thing for the blue Bojack deck, because it awakens on 3.
Yeah. As if there's no bad man shirt Vegeta, but there's an apron chef Vegeta. I mean, it's one of the most it is, like, no joke, one of the more iconic outfits that Vegeta wore.
Yep.
Is the bad man shirt. Like, the fact that people talk about it still shows you just like how impactful it was.
Oh yeah.
There's the Zangia that we needed.
It's just
and
the best.
hopefully he's got the blue unison.
His reaction to it, just when he gets the shirt off of Bulma.
Tapping 4, here it is.
There it is.
The SPR. He's beating Tom in that regard.
Yeah, God, Tom, keep up. Imagine playing a deck that's not max rarity.
Foolishness.
Like, why would you even bother? Do you know what I mean? At that point, you just need to stop. I want Mustache Vegeta. Mustache Vegeta is also an iconic look. I've been watching. There was a YouTuber, very very hilariously called Bing Bong, he's on YouTube. He posts a lot of things on Twitter as well. He does the series in like less than a minute. So I'm just ignoring that comment, Tom, for now. Don't disrespect your father. He took half of Yu-Gi-Oh, shortened it down to a minute. He did all of original Dragon Ball shortened down to a minute, and he's just started doing Dragon Ball GT in about a minute. And one of the first episodes, one of the scenes is just Trunks and Mustache Vegeta, and it's all you see of Mustache Vegeta for the entire show. Is just those like 10 seconds, and then he goes. Because I win a box regardless of my foils. Do your full foils win you a box? Slash block Iratorum enter.
You gotta slash push the talk.
I can just slide him into a
Push
different
to
room.
type.
Can I slide him into a different room?
Push to type.
Right. So the
Bojack player using the auto to untap 4.
Yeah.
Question is, can he follow it up with an 8-drop, or does he have some more weenies like the 4-drop to go wide and deal with more smaller threats?
Yeah, so the Topo has come down, one of 4 Topos that Poe runs, and this means that it's going to be... Ooh, there's a Bojack!
Yeah, he's an 8-drop.
It's a Bojack! Tapping 4. Comes down. Remind me what this 4-drop does again, Ollie.
Roll 1, bottom deck a battle card, then play it in rest mode, double strike dual attack, and if your opponent attacks with a battle card once per turn, you untap 1 blue energy and tap one of your opponents down.
Nice.
This Yamcha coming down could be huge for Poe, because it could potentially offer him a way to kill this Bojack.
I don't know if that gets the 5k, does it? Because... Oh no, it was post-turn, sorry, it was post-turn. Yeah. I thought it was still... That was still Karl's turn.
Does he have any other ways to minus through this Bojack?
I don't think he really needs to,
Not
because it's
really.
15k and all of his battle cards now pose a threat to it.
That's true. I was just thinking...
Although Karl's got 7 in hand, Poe has 7 in hand, so it should be alright for him to push a bit of damage through.
Very true. But now that he's attacking, or if he does attack with a battle card into it, the Bojack player is then going to get the untap, which is huge.
Yeah, that's going to really, really help the Bojack player stabilize. He's on 3 life, so there is a chance that it could be a bit squeaky, but it's not beyond the realms of plausibility that this will be okay. Turn 5, Ollie. Talk me through the Bojack player's turn 5.
Turn 5. Well, it's the
Win.
same as any other Bojack turn. If you have stuff on board from last turn, swing with it, draw cards, and then pass.
So you want to go in with as much energy untapped as you can.
Absolutely.
Right. It's also worth noting that the Boo Unison is double strike and blocker and can bottom deck a battle card once per turn by removing a marker. The size of that pan. Claw out.
One big pan.
One chunky pan, please. Ooh, interesting. If he combos with the Barber here, he can minus another 5k from the Boujack, putting it to 10k. Can he minus any more power from this thing? Just looking to see if there's any way he can get rid of another 10k from this card.
He doesn't run many minuses in his deck, does he?
He can tap 2 and play Kettle and take 10k away from it. That'll be pretty cool.
That's the biggest 7-card hand I've ever seen.
He's just double sleeved.
Let's say, yeah, there we go.
The
Okay,
Xeno
so
super
Boujack-
combo coming in very helpful. Best super combo in Blue Boujack.
Here's when you put Kaioken in there. So, thinking of the Blue Bojack's like sort of thought process here, you know that Piccolo and Yuru was gone. You've not got to worry too much about the potential threat of a Heartfelt Plea. Again, they don't know that Heartfelt Plea's in the deck, but there's not anything. There's the Yamcha on board with 20k power, I guess, but they've already awakened, so actually Heartfelt Plea's gone. Next turn, Poe's going to 5 energy, then he can start bringing down the 8-drop, which is fine.
Galactic Buster in,
yeah.
just to get the draw 2.
Nice.
There's that card that only exists in this deck.
Rest in peace.
Now, is he going to make use of that energy, or is he just going to let it go from Galactic Buster? He's just letting it go.
Sounds like he's letting it go, yeah. So he's upticking on the Unison. He's going to draw a card, bottom deck 1, and then play an Earthling. Oh, is
Yeah,
it Earthling
yeah,
only?
this
Yeah, I
is-
think it is an Earthling only.
This is a
Earthling only.
scary position for the Blue Bojack player, because he's just burnt his leader effect and his only Galactic Buster for the turn.
Don't forget,
Poe
he's got
still
blocker.
has a-
He's got a -1 on the Boonison.
That is very true.
So it is scary, but he's not left himself completely helpless. So Yamcha the Lawless.
coming down.
Activate battle plus once per turn plus tap 2 red energy. This card gets 15,000 power and double strike for the battle. And if your leader card is a red Earthling card, at the end of the turn you draw a card. So it's guaranteed draw.
He's just
it looks
not
like he's
going to swing with anything, get those guaranteed draws, and then leave 2 up for Topo potentially.
yeah, that's what I would recommend. It looks like is what he's done. So he's drawn, past turn, the opponent's going in with 5 energy. The Bojack's coming hard and fast though.
But
Double
the
strike
issue with
dual
this
attack. Go on.
is the Bojack has to be in rest mode to trigger its effect when an opponent's battle card swings. So this Topo coming down is going to be really painful, because now he can't get the Bojack in rest mode unless he wants to drop 2.
I mean, he does have 7 in hand, so he has got quite a hand to play with.
That's true. He can +0 the Boo Unison still to get 7 in hand.
Yeah, exactly. He's not completely like dead in the water, but he's gonna struggle to push an advantage through here. That dual attack is kind of almost it's a really big hindrance for him here.
Yeah, there are times where that dual attack just doesn't. It hurts you more than it helps you.
Yeah. This is some very, very high level players. Even though Karl has come in very last minute, with props to him. He's playing really, really well here. And again, even if you're a blue player, so even if you have 5 energy and just lots of battle cards in play, as a blue player, passing is totally fine. Like,
That's blue.
so if you're Poe here, if you have that Frieza and Goku, you just swing with it now, because I think you win if you play it. You
Yeah,
can't have it removed because it can't be removed by your opponent's skills. It can't get rid of by the Frieza, by the Boo. Sorry. It's dual attack, so it's going to do 40k damage potentially twice, and then they can't activate counter or blocker skills, and then you just remove it from the game and win, right? So Poe's going to try and force through as much damage as he can here, I would imagine. You know, get his opponent like really low on resources, and then windmill slam that 5 drop down and win. Right? Surely.
We'll see.
Sorry, the 8 drop, not 5 drop.
Who are coming in for the first time this game?
Mm-hmm.
Bottom decking that 1 drop.
Bunny
Oh,
comes
there's the
down.
bunny girl. Gonna see Yamcha make a return.
Mhm.
Oh, Ox King. Okay. He did.
Okay, big beat stick. Nice, I like it. Respect it. Okay, so Poe's looking at potentially overwhelming here, I think, into fighting against Fate to try and push more attacks through. Now he's playing the 2-drop in rest mode from his Unison ability, which is pretty cool. That is a super combo though, which is an interesting choice. Fatty Ox King, Jesus Christ. Oh dear. So there's the second Boujack. Oh, that's a
very nice play.
That's a bad miss. Oh, now he's down to 2 life. Okay, this is where you smell blood. Surely.
Yeah.
Surely. 5 energy. You have a very wide board. He's not passing turn.
Not in red.
I'd be shocked if he's passing turn here. He spun it. Oh, he spun it with the Boujack. Okay. And now if his opponent attacks... Sorry, if his opponent plays a battle card, he gets to switch in energy to rest mode, Ollie?
If he attacks with a battle card.
Okay, so if he's tapped out, it doesn't matter. How did Karl make it to the main event? Karl is a stand-in because one of our competitors for the final game wasn't able to make it due to time zone issues.
Doesn't look like there's a Champ or Kai in post deck, so the leader swing is not the most threatening.
Definitely doing it for
Although-
the dig, though, isn't he?
There is always that tap 4, tap 5 for burn
Yeah,
with the secret rare.
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. He needs to... Essentially, he swings for 40k single because he can't activate blocker, he can't activate counter, doesn't combo. Boujack player can combo out potentially. He swings again. I don't think he can get out of 2 hits. If he doesn't get out, then he takes
Xeno
goes
to
out with
grab
1
it
life.
for Galactic. You'd
Yep.
love to see it.
Love to see it.
Bedo into energy though, that is not optimal.
Massive support for Karl in the chat. Again, Karl, massive respect to him. He's playing really, really well given the difficult circumstances he finds himself in. 1 to hand, bottom deck 1. Has Poe drawn Baby Hatch?
I mean, he's got about 7 in deck, so it's looking like he might have it.
More in deck than he does in hand.
Just needs to push that last damage. Although now the issue comes, if he swings with a battle card, he's losing an energy,
Yeah,
so he
that's
won't be
the
able
issue.
to burn.
That's the issue. So he's
Got
got
to drop the secret rare first.
100%.
Which,
Thing is, if he passes turn, he draws 2 cards.
he's
Which is-
okay to drop the secret rare because it can't be removed by skill, so it can't be removed by the Boo Unison.
Yeah. So he's swinging here.
Oh, opted not to go for it.
He must be committing to the fact that his opponent's not going to have enough to power over the top of it. But he's trying to force Karl out of as many resources as he can. Really, really smart play from Poe. You'd expect, nothing less from the 4th best player in the world. You guys are getting this for free in your main event of Fight Night 8. Brought to you by Team Jet Planet, by Team Berserk, and of course, by TCG Mills. Did I say it right?
Can't forget Dragon Ball Super Card Game Canada for making these stellar overlays.
Yeah, how could we forget? Would not look as smooth as it does without these gorgeous overlays.
Bojack player has again used his auto to untap 4. And then he untaps 1 from the rest mode Bojack as well, so he's on 5 now.
Imagine if they did pay-per-view events. God, they'd probably be the best pay-per-view events in the world. We'd have like promo videos and intro videos. You'd have to film
He's
yourself
already have
walking
those.
down the ramp. CGI crowd. Be trashing like 50 quid entry. Yeah, but think of the production quality.
Galactic Buster coming in now on the Beedo. Hopefully, if he has another 8 drop, that will make best use of his energy, but it doesn't look like he does. Okay.
So it's going to spin a card with the 4-drop Bojack. Oh, this is... The Bojack player with 2 Bojacks there. Is he going to play any of them? So he's tapping.
Yeah, he can play all of them.
Jesus. And 1 for Beedo.
Beedo can untap 1. On
2
play.
for Bojack. Spin a card. And then another 2 for another Bojack.
Bottom deck
no,
your
I'm-
whole board.
Oh, he's not untapping 1 with the Beedo to then play out the Bojack again.
Yeah. Slight misplay there on his part. Slight misplay. Oh,
Oh, he looked.
he's listening.
He's untapped 1, he's just not played the Bojack.
Oh, sequencing.
He's got 1 in hand too. Oof.
He's got 2 hands. What the hell? Where's hand 1?
Hand 1?
You said he's got 1 in hand 2. Where's hand 1?
Come on.
Got him. So this is fine for the. So it's very very smart play by Karl there. He's spun the 2 Yamchas that draw him a card, which is limiting the number of options that Poe has. Poe has 4 energy open, so he could potentially have a Topo here. Obviously he's not drawn Baby Hatch, otherwise he'd have Windmill slammed that down at the start of the turn. He's got King Vegeta's Imposing Presence at 2. We've seen 2 Topo, so he's got 4 cards that could potentially floodgate this turn, which is totally fine. He just... It literally comes down to next turn. I think if he finds the SCR, he'll live.
Yeah, the blue Bojack player is 100% going to survive this turn just with the Boo Unison and the fact that he can negate from energy. But I think it's going to come down to whether Poe has another Topo, which he probably does.
Again, the Boo Unison doesn't matter against the SCR because the SCR just can't be blocked, can't be removed by skills. So the Boo Unison is ineffective in that point.
Yeah. It's going to come down to can Blue Bojack kill him next turn, or does he have the Topo to stop it?
It looks like, pardon me, looks like Blue Bojack here is trying to clear the board, which is wise. Again, you know that the hand player is going to hit you with a lot of swings on the following turn. With 1 in hand, it's probably not. I don't think it's going to matter too much because again, there's not an awful lot of you can't put pressure on aside from your base numbers. Does the
Taking
Unison
the life.
now?
Does the Unison is affected removed by the skill R? Sometimes it be that way, Tom. Do you ever have a dream where you feel like you could when you want to, and you feel like you could when you think, and then you feel like you could do so much you could do anything?
Yeah, about Tree Fitty.
Oh, quoting Hercules at me. What? You've lost me now, Tom. I'm really sorry.
Etoll coming down.
Hoffman, absolutely premium meme. It's an absolutely premium meme. So there's that a Boujin come down and then been counterplayed by Kettle. Kettle minusing 10,000 from an opponent's battle card as well, which I don't think's been done yet. He must be thinking about the choices that he's got.
I think he might have just hardcasted it and minus 10k on the Boujin.
So it's a counterplay. It comes down for 2, because he's got 3 battle cards in play, and then he can also minus 10k. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's done it on his opponent's turn. He's done it during done it on Karl's turn to get rid of one of his battle cards. He's now, I think he's minus one on the
Fate.
Yeah, he's minus one on the boost. We can't bottom deck this fight against Fate. You're going to swing in with the Gotenks Unison.
That's going to be game, I think.
Surely.
He's got, what, 2 in hand? I mean, 7.
There's blocker there. So that's 15. Yes, the Unison's gone. The Unison.
Yeah, that's it.
Sequence attack ready. That's game one. That's game one.
If he'd played the Deadly Defender Boujack, he might have survived, because fighting against Fate would have had to hit into it.
Yeah. Oh, he had the freezer. He had the freezer.
The Sin Xeno player is going to need to set up a solid amount of blockers in order to make sure that it doesn't just keep getting hit by that massive barrier double strike dual attack thing. Because there's not really a way for Sin Xeno to deal with that card when it comes down. Although it does warp itself at the end of the turn.
Oh, I found myself far too funny. He's bursting one here. Unison's gone in the drop. You don't want to see that as a Sin Xeno player. You want to see as many copies of the Unison as you can. Poe has apparently perfected the art of standing so incredibly still, he becomes invisible to the naked eye.
I honestly thought he lagged out. That was honestly impressive.
Bit like, you know, he's after imaged his way off screen to nip to the bathroom or something, and he's done it so quick.
Yeah,
He's actually left an imprint of himself behind.
This
So
is
there's
an
King Kai's training.
ancient technique from Singapore.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Right, so Poe's list is I don't know this deck particularly well. It looks reasonably generic. It's just the Kaioken Goku chain. There's a couple of there's one Unison in here, 4 freezers, 4 dormant, 2 copies of Zamasu. The SCR is Time Patrol Pan. Got a Dodoria, which is an interesting tech choice. 1 copy of Bardock. And then 3 copies of Vegeta Elite Resolve, which is the unique blocker that you can play Peep 5 out of Green Saiyan, or choose a Vegeta's Powerball out of your hand, which he doesn't play any copies of.
And he's just picked up all his life, so that's game. He's surrendered.
GG, thank you for
Lovely.
coming down to Fight Night.
This is that pseudo wish leader time.
Yeah. I think a big card that Poe is going to need to play around is that the 1-drop counter attack that Sin Xeno has access to that is free. if you
Ultimate minus
control
Powerball.
Unison. Yes, that's the one.
Counter attack warp a 15k or less, ignoring barrier, I believe.
Yep.
Yes. So that is going to be the main way that the Sin Xeno player can deal with the chain at the bottom, because it's going to be able to warp those 2 drops as soon as they come down. So as long as Poe doesn't get too greedy with swinging with the other stuff on his board while he has the 2 drops, he should be okay.
Yeah, that 1 drop, I believe it was a haze that he's just picked up. It's not a card to be underestimated. I believe it's one of the key cards in the deck. I might be wrong, because again, I've not played the deck an awful lot, but it does help. It does help the deck kind of cycle through all of its pieces.
The haze is the most important card in the deck, because it's how you cheat out all of your 3 drops. And it also helps you cycle, because every time you're playing a card with that deck, you're drawing a card. Very interesting that the Sin Xeno player has been aggressively swinging into the Goku player's leader, especially with the Unison swing, which doesn't really give him any advantage, just pressuring the enemy leader.
Again, I wonder if Karl is thinking that he's on a clock. He doesn't want to get hit by that 60k, what will essentially be a 60k double strike. Yeah, he could be seeing that as like the end zone. He's on 7 life, so again, it doesn't really scream "I'm in danger."
And he does have that alternative awakening of him getting 7 Shadow Dragons in drop.
Yeah. So I think
There's the
as a
first.
Sin player, you can afford to take this slower.
A very early Oceanus here. Very interesting.
Oh,
Two
double
super combos.
super.
Two super
Very
combos.
good.
Really, really helpful. You love to see that kind of thing,
There's
especially in a deck like this that
strategic
revolves
stacking.
around. So again, Oceanus Shenron, the Xeno version, is a 5k blocker that's a 5 cost, reduced by 3 in hand. When she comes down, you can pitch a card, and if you do, your opponent can only attack for the turn by milling 4 cards. So I believe Poe is peeping top 5 here for a Vegeta Elite Resolve. Sorry, from the Vegeta Elite Resolve to add a 3-cost Saiyan to his hand that's green. Obviously shuffle his deck, and his past turn to the milling effect of Oceanus has now fallen off.
And that Vegeta's permanent is in fact live, so it does become a blocker because he controls the field card.
We're upticking here on the Unison. Another key component to this deck is the Toa Unison. She has a -7 that allows you to play 7 Shadow Dragons with different names from your drop. And the +1 Oliver is a draw 1, bottom deck 1, and then shuffle 3 Xeno or Shadow Dragon extra cards from your drop area back into the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do know how to play this card game. Not very good at it. I don't know how to play it.
Do know to
So it
play,
also has
don't know to read.
It also has an auto where if your leader activates blocker, she mills a card from your deck and gains a marker.
Of course.
Which means that, and obviously your leader has blocker, so it's able to defend the Unison. If your opponent starts swinging into your Unison, you just start gaining free markers.
It essentially turns the Unison +1 into a +2 per turn, isn't it? Doesn't it? Sorry. So we've
Yeah.
got the draw there on the super
Sometimes
combo early
It
day.
even feels like a +3 because you're able to block attacks with your leader as well.
Yeah. So we're awakening here. This will enable Poe to awaken as well because the Goku leader has an alt awaken. When your opponent's back is facing up, you can switch an energy to active mode and give him 5k for the turn and flip over. So he does, in fact.
Really able to apply some pressure now though because his leader is going to be 20k on swing.
Yeah.
And he's also able to get those free extra cards going.
Which will also in turn mean his opponent mills as well. So now Poe becomes the one on a clock. There's the haze, so he's tapping 1. You can then tap a black card. The secret relic thing.
Okay.
Lovely.
So he taps a black, switches it to rest mode, and then I believe he plays a 3-cost or less from hand.
And
There's
that
the
3-drop
haze.
haze is perfect.
Rip, blocker, warp a card on swing, and restand at the end of the turn.
Going to be able to warp that blocker to apply some more crit pressure.
Can't take Kaioken because it's got barrier, so he gets rid of the blocker, which does resolve before the defensive auto step, so it does go through. And now he's putting a super combo on
another
there.
super
He is really cranking the pressure up here.
Yeah. Who said this was a
25k
slow mill
crit.
deck? What the hell?
So he's drawing 2, warping 1. Really,
Forcing out a
really
super
trying to
combo,
push back.
accelerating the mill clock.
That's 25. Needs another 5k. As the Sin player, you don't need. I mean, obviously it's an advantage to do so apparently, but he doesn't need to be putting this much pressure on. I have to say,
Yeah.
like the longer the game goes on, the more it benefits the mill player. Just as Poe works through his deck.
I'm definitely a fan of this play though. Just being able to pressure somebody before their awaken turn, especially if it's an untap awaken.
Yeah.
An
really
untap
key.
without a draw.
Yeah.
So making him ditch more cards from his hand, which he's not gonna get one of them back when he awakens. He's just gonna get 5k, which sure 5k is nice, but he's also gonna go all the way up to 60 anyway if he's going real hard with it.
Right. So it looks as though Poe is going digging for something.
Looking for
Team Kai's
his
training.
the training.
Yeah. He's looking to do the Kai's training to go up the chain and get the 5 drop out. Deflect double strike barrier dual attack. He chooses 2 opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier and KOs them.
The
And then-
3-drop haze, I believe, should have restood at the end of the Xeno player's turn.
You are correct, I think it should have.
I don't know if it's a mandatory thing though, so he might have just forgotten and missed it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's being KO'd anyway, I believe.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Here's the Awaken.
Yep.
And now Poe is really able to apply some pressure, even though the Xeno player is on 7 life. So he's sitting still fairly comfortably, especially with that 5k blocker on the board still.
Oh yeah, 100%.
5 drops coming straight down.
And
That's
here
really,
is
really
that.
nice.
Okay, so that's a sign, because this is one of those cards that have drawbacks if he doesn't finish it this turn.
I'm guessing... I don't know if he'll be able to kill him this turn, unless he has some strong overwhelms.
He does have access
He
to
does
fighting
have
against Fate.
Fighting against Fate. He's also running Pan Secret Ret and 2 Hidden Power East Supreme Kai. So, if he has the right cards, this could be the potential for a kill turn, but I think it's more likely going to be just pressuring him down to 3 life or so, trying to get him down really low, and then maybe next turn looking for the kill.
Yeah, so you can. I think it's fairly safe to assume that the Xeno Sin player will go quite wide next turn. If he's got a pan in hand, he can hold that pan until it, till it costs 2 or maybe even 0. Counter attack, and then use the what's the term? Floodgate to lock your opponent out of attacking for a turn, maybe, and then tap 1 next turn and steal a card, I guess.
Unless,
Not. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, that's 3 super combos already gone from the Xeno player. So his hand... Oh,
That's
4 now.
all of them.
All 4 supers have gone. Very telling. 1 drop Vegeta comes down. If you're the if you're the pan player, if you're the pan player, if you're playing pan, you can play pan, lock them out, steal one of the 3 drops because the 3 drops are not leader locked, and then use that to, put some pressure back on your opponent by having the counterplay. Not the counterplay, sorry, the crit hit. I'm really struggling to speak, guys. It's early in the morning. My neighbors probably hate me now, but that's fine because it's all worth it for Fight Night.
Exactly.
And the Goku player getting those 1-drops on the board, meaning that he's already got a 2-drop pan if he has it in his hand. Because I believe this 5-drop restarts the chain now. Yeah, brings out the 2-drop again.
Yeah, so the leader's -10. It's a 5k 5k leader.
If he
Kinda
has pan
scary.
in hand, might not matter so much.
Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. The minute, or the second, I should say, that Karl plays a battle card, that pan is free to play, and he locks him out of all battle card attacks. And then again, puts the Xeno Sin player on the back foot.
The double
Picked
strike
up-
Sin.
Yeah, that's quite a good pickup. It's in
Yeah.
fact, a very good pickup. So you can tap 1, play the Haze, tap another 1, free play that.
If you can
Um,
force the leader and Unison to connect before playing that double striker,
He's having a clear blocker here. Okay.
gonna make pan more expensive if he has it.
Yeah, it's only expensive until his opponent plays the Haze. As soon as he plays the Haze and free plays another card, it's back to being free again.
Yeah, very true. But if he goes in with the double striker,
That's third.
oh, he's passed.
So Poe now coming in on 4 energy. Still no Unison.
I'm guessing from the Sin Xeno player's perspective, he's going to be using this 4 energy to drop a bunch of activate battles during post turn. Likely going to make use of the ultimate Ice Ray, which is just a dormant potential for the deck.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh, down comes the ultimate Dark Dragon Slaying Bullet.
remind us what this does again, Ollie.
Counterplay only if your opponent is playing a Unison. They may remove 2 markers, or they may remove a marker from the Unison for every 2 cards in your opponent's drop area, or send the Unison to the drop area. And if they don't, your opponent can only attack once more for the turn.
Cool. It looks like he's... Well, I'm actually a bit confused here.
Looks like
He's
he's...
opted to do neither, and therefore can only attack once more for the turn. Was that?
Yes.
Yep.
Strong.
Yeah, against Sin Xeno, you never want to play your Unison early in case they're playing that card.
Again, it's uninteractable as well. There's not really an awful. There's no cards that interact with activate main / activate battles.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if you caught that there, but Poe is broadcasting that he's got a Zamasu in hand.
And the Rage Shenron negate coming down.
Stop
We
barrier.
don't get to check the top card with that, although I don't think he's triggered the auto.
Poe's thinking here. He's sacking that off.
Poe's deck looking very small right now.
Poe should have milled one as well because of the bullet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know
So
if
the
he did
Sin
that.
leader.
Yes. Yeah, every time you activate a Shadow Dragon extra card, you mill one.
Just like Cascada said, every time you mill, I get this feeling. So, going in to turn 5 for the Xeno Sin player. Swinging at leader immediately for the cycle.
And this is where the Sin Xeno deck really starts to shine. Just having all of this open energy, because he's on such high life, he's not in a massive fear of dying, especially if he has those floodgate extra cards in his hand. And every turn, every time his opponent swings, he's just able to tap a bunch of energy, play all these extra cards to gain advantage, and start milling the opponent out.
Yeah. And again, the longer the game goes on, the more it benefits Karl here, because he does have the ult win con of the mill victory. You can see here that Homicidal Clones has come down. It's taken Poe out to 3 life. He's probably done that again for the cycle. Digging deep for something to maybe sort of turn the tide in his favour. Using the +1 here on the Unison to bottom deck a lot of extra cards, so he's definitely going to win the mill matchup. Thought for a split second there, Karl put his entire hand at the bottom of the deck, which would have been very,
He's
very
just
awkward.
like, let's do it. Don't need
This is
any
where-
of this.
This is where the bottom deck 3 from the Toa Unison really comes in nicely, because not only does it keep your deck very healthy for the mill plan, but it also fills up your deck with more extra cards, which turbo accelerates your opponent's deck out.
Yeah, so you can see here he's adding the haze to hand, which he's then playing. He's going to tap another one, probably, and play another Shadow Dragon.
Gets to check the top card with the haze, grabbing up the ultimate electric slime, I think that is.
Great. What
Which
a name.
is basically just ultimate blow, if you remember
No.
that card.
In terms of top Dragon Ball moves, you've got things like Final Shine, you've got the Final Flash, there's Kamehameha, you've got things like
the
Frieza's Death
charismatic.
Ball, Electric Slime, not really up there, is it? Can you imagine being in a world where you're fighting against pseudo gods, and there's Final Flash, you've got Final Spirit Cannon, you got what's Piccolo's attack called again?
The Hell Zone Grenade.
That should be you got Hellzone Grenade. What a great name for an attack, and then
That's
you go
by far one of the best
Electric
names.
Slime.
Well, and that's
Always
why
up there.
he's in GT.
It sounds
Or
like
maybe-
it sounds like a brainstorming idea for a Pokemon. Write this down. Electric Slime. Yeah. Cool.
The 8-drop Omega coming in and warping his 3-drop.
Big.
Gonna swing for 30k now. Just gonna take the life. It is a mill deck, so you can afford to go down to 2 life and not feel too pressured.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not. I don't know the list, obviously. But I don't think many of these lists run. Oh, charging the super combo.
He's just like,
Not
yeah,
many of
I'm
these
not,
lists
I'm
run
not messing with that.
Mechikabura Rakai. Yeah, he's really gone all in here, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to draw any more cards.
Excellent point.
Okay, never mind, he's drawing more cards.
He's decided, screw that, I do what I want.
Yeah, if he has the ultimate ice ray in hand, could be very clutch right now.
Might be
Ace
Oshiro.
tapping two. Here it is.
Here we go.
Oceanus
Or the
ultimate?
Oceanus.
There it is.
Focus breakthrough? Oh, Dodoria.
Even better, Dodoria.
Yeah.
To the drop instead.
And he's still going to have to discard for the Oceanus effect, I think.
No. He only has to discard if he plays it.
Oh, is it?
It's an optional play, I believe.
I thought it was
Are you
part
sure?
of the actual counter attack.
Yeah, I thought it was part of the counter as well, just like Topo and all them.
Right, I'm on the premium deck building site to check.
So, what?
If you played a card, your opponent can't attack for the turn. Oh wait, choose one card in your hand and discard it. It's part of the cost.
Yep.
All
It
right,
is
fair
part
enough.
of
Fair
the
enough.
cost, yeah. But he doesn't get the floodgate effect.
Yes.
Because it was counterplayed.
Yeah, Karl, you just don't get the because you didn't play the card. You don't get the mill effect. It's like-
But he does have to ditch one if
but
he
you
hasn't
get the
already.
negate effect.
Yeah, so he will need to pitch one because it's part of the cost to play the card.
This puts him in a very tricky situation because he's now tapped out and basically open to any sort of attacks.
No, I don't.
that
You don't
happen.
get the look top one with the Oceanus. I don't.
He has to pitch a card for the effect, so he should be
If he
able to
pitched
look
a
for
card-
that one.
Yeah, if he pitched a card because of Oceanus, it's a Shadow Dragon. He will get to look.
Because he has to
So I think it's
pitch
time for
one
that-
to
for that
still.
copy pasta. There we go. So, does Poe try and squeeze out? Yeah, so we do
There's
that.
Zamasu.
Nice choice, nice choice. Just going to swing here. Just going to make Karl pitch one.
And I think he still has energy to bring in that 5-drop. Because
Karl
believe-
legitimately with 7 in hand before he pitches. He's now gone down. I'm not even joking. He's now gone down to 6.
I think if Poe replays the 2-drop with the field card effect, he still has the energy to go up into another 5-drop. Just
Oh, he's
depends if
using
he
the
has
Spirit
this-
Boost.
uses-
Yeah, absolutely
There's
does.
the Ice Ray. That's the card I was waiting for.
So Ice Ray, talk me through it, Ollie.
Your opponent mills a card, then you can optionally discard 2 black cards from your hand, and your opponent can only attack with battle cards once more for the turn. So Poe will actually mill 2 cards in total, one from the extra card, one from the leader effect.
If Karl reminds him, which
And
he appears to have forgotten.
if the discarded cards are Shadow Dragon battle cards, their effect will trigger to
And
then
he has to
add
mill
2
the-
cards.
He has to mill 2 cards from that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
feels
getting
bad.
low.
What have we lost? We
Yeah.
lost the Zamasu, and there's something over there that we're not going to be able to see, obviously, but this isn't
Because
looking
it's
good. He's down to 4 life.
Activate battle skill, it will not negate the attack, but does apply that lovely floodgate effect, very similar to Dormant.
What's
Although
that,
if
5
Poe
left?
has a Kai in hand, he might be able to go all in on a leader swing this turn, after swinging with Unison and another battle card.
Yeah.
Well, is
There's
that?
Pan.
That's
That's
bad.
There's Pan. That's gonna be one big swing.
Can he negate? I don't think Black runs any negates, do they? Sorry, Sparking negates, I
Not
should
on
say.
0 energy, I don't think.
He does have 2 copies of Kai.
Oh.
He's digging. Dormant's
Oh.
gone. Go on, tap one.
Tap one for Kai. And then leader swing, tap one for another Kai. I think he might have done it.
Oh, he needs to get rid of this is it. This is all or nothing. All or nothing. There it is. He's going for it.
60k.
This is it. 60k base. He has to have Kai. He has to have Kai.
Is that game? Is that the second Kai?
There's the Kai.
Does look
Deflect double
like it.
strike. 70 double. Don't think he can get out. 85. 85. 95.
And this is where Karl finds a way
110.
to play 2 extra
100
cards.
and- What? Did he just...
He just
Did he, did he just lose to my mill?
Yeah. I think so.
Is that game 3?
I don't understand what happened there. We're gonna need a confirmation there from the judge.
I think he just wanted game 3. I think
We're going to game 3.
Going to
guys.
game
All
3.
Milled out.
Carl's like, yeah, I meant to do that.
Oh, rules are rules, Jay. Rules are rules, right? Here we
Exactly,
go.
Rules are rules. If he mills himself out, he mills himself out.
He goes out on his own goddamn terms. Straight into game 3, we have Mechikabura versus Soul Striker.
Yeah, looks like
God, I can't believe that. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. That is just the most hilarious thing I've seen.
well, now it's time for Karl to flex his metal leader and
Yep.
see what the hell Mechikabura can do against this Soul Striker list.
So, looking at Poe's Soul Striker list, it's not too... I'm going to say this and sound awful. Not too spicy. There is a little bit of spice. He's got a particular chain that I've not seen for a very long time in here.
That's
but
the
it-
chain
you know,
I like.
This is a deck where he can draw Baby Hatch. Now, I would like to point out that this is something that is going to happen. So we need to be ready to pop off when he windmill slams that free cost 40k negate.
I like these celebration sleeves, by the way, Paul.
The Pikachu sleeves.
Hopefully, there'll be nothing too shocking about this match.
Push to type.
I'll see myself out. Peace. It's been real. Okay, so Poe's list has obviously got Baby Hatch. It's got 3 copies of Trunks, 4 copies of the Baby Unison, 3 copies of Baby Golden Avenger, 4D Magic, 4 Bean, 4 Droid, 2 Heroic Prospects. There's not an awful lot of Floodgates. There are only 2 Floodgates in the whole deck, but then you've got the ultimate Floodgate, which is Baby Hatch. Ooh. So, game plan for the Soul Striker player is probably to hold, depending on the build, the Mechikabura build, you hold on to Hatch until your opponent goes all in on that leader triple attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it just locks them out, doesn't it?
it's true.
Aside from that, I don't really know what else. I can see what the deck's trying to do, obviously, because I've got the lists in front of me. But I don't think there's too much that's going to catch the Mechikabura player off guard. Maybe the chain that's in here, but it's not.
Well, you already saw it.
Yeah,
You already saw one piece, which I am a little upset that he didn't go completely balls to the walls and also throw in blue-yellow hit to swap into that, because that's also another target that can go into Path to Infinite, which I have made the exact same Soul Striker, and it's fun when you get that off turn 2 and have that 7 drop, but you have 0 cards in hand. And it gets warped or just destroyed the next turn.
I'm guessing.
I just love. Sorry, I was going to say I just love the 9-drop Kaioken Son Goku. When this card evolves into this card, for the duration of the turn, you cannot lose the game. Your opponent cannot win the game. How does that process with end of game processing?
As soon as it passes to the opponent's turn, it's over, and
But-
that's
but
what
if
we're
you-
saying.
if you're time on time,
Yeah, that's what Poe was saying. So that's what you do if you're turn 3. That's how you win the
that,
game.
Slap that. Look the judge directly in the eye. Just watch the clock go down.
Oh, this is looking like we might get a turn 1 awakening from the Mechikabura. With all of those Dragon Balls.
My lord.
And I'm guessing Poe's game plan might have to be leaning towards using the baby unison -5 to get that counter and then going up a chain in 1 turn.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe.
if he goes up it 1 by 1, the big Mechikabura might just keep warping his board. And if
Oh,
he
yeah,
goes all
yeah,
in without the counter, the Poutine will just topo him out for a turn.
Tom, I don't think you're aware of the word that you just said. It's a very, very rude word. I think you need to go tell Mum.
Go tell Mum.
Go tell Mum. You think I don't know swears in another language, idiot? Did you just quote the scriptures to me, boy?
Yeah, I mean, this guy plays League of Legends, so I can tell you he knows swears in other languages.
this guy plays League of Legends. I can tell you he's never been outside.
This guy plays League of Legends. I feel bad for him. As everyone else in here just, yeah, League of Legends. We've been there, done that.
All done that. You're absolutely right, Matt. There has been some really, really good matches on today, as there has been every single time there's been a fight night. Obviously, it's nothing on Fight Night 7 main event. That was the best Fight Night main event of all time. But you know, we're not here to compare. We're here to talk about the players in front of us right now. We have seen some really, really good games today. To be fair, I've been really, really impressed with the diversity of decks. Every single time people come out, they pull out all the stops and they bring the jankiest decks that they can. And you can see that here with not necessarily this matchup, because as I said, the deck's not particularly spicy. That's not to take away from the deck builders or the players themselves, but the other decks that we've seen today have definitely pushed the boat out in terms of deck building design. The other Soul Striker build that we saw, good lord, that was amazing. You see here Poe going to turn 3's tapped an energy. I'm a little bit confused as to why. Hello?
Hello.
Is it just me casting this event? Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
Oh, come on, Ollie, stick at it. It's only been 6 hours.
Yeah,
Another cup of
You're
tea.
better than that.
I'm playing in another fight night in about 5 hours.
I'm playing in a tournament in about 5 hours, yeah. How an app for me.
Yeah.
What the hell tournament are you guys playing in 5 hours?
Well, it's 5:30 a.m. for us.
I still, but that's still 10 o'clock. What fucking
I
tournament is
ain't
this?
going living rooms today. Tom, come on, mate. If I'm going, you've got to go. Have a little power nap. We'll drive down. It'll be a good laugh. We'll do awfully, but it'll be funny. Not a chance. I hear a yes. That sounds like a yes to me. I'll be
Here comes
knocking on your
that
door.
baby unison.
Right, the baby unison is down. It does let Soul Striker awaken, which he's done. And now Poe can swing and untap 2 energy, which is actually massive.
Now Meki's got to start pressuring that in fear of the -5 coming down later on.
Yeah, 1000%, 1000%. This swings the game really heavily in the Soul Striker's favour. And we know that the chain is there. So next turn, you can potentially see, you know, the 4-drop into the 5-drop into the 7-drop into the 9-drop, which would be really, really cool.
That's 2 5-drops. He took the hand.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tom, you say that you need to rely on me and Martin for getting home. I don't think Martin's going. How likely are you to drop after like 1 round or 2 rounds? Because there's only going to be 3 rounds at most. We'll be fine. You'll be fine. Very if we've been awake over 24 hours. You've not been awake over 24 hours. Have a nap. Good lord, just draw baby hatch. Not hard. I was talking about this earlier on. It's so easy to draw baby hatch. You just move your arm about 30 centimeters, pick the card up. You don't even have to put your arm back. Yeah, DBS Duelist, you do make a good point. I understand what you're saying. It is weird the way Poe untaps his energy, or taps his energy. But you'll know what cards are there, so you should be able to check if he's... Obviously, we know that he's going to do it properly, but you can see that he picks up the same cards that he puts down, so it's not really an issue, is it?
This is what made him 4th at World, so this is what got him that far. It's these little techniques.
Yeah. Interesting to see the fin tech for Mechikabura. That's a card I've not seen in these lists for a while. Super combo coming down. Drawing a card.
Maybe pressuring leader, I guess?
Maybe. I mean, he is on 5 life. Ooh,
Oh my
no.
God.
That's on
Right.
the baby. That must be on the baby unison. It's not.
No,
it's
it's
on
not.
life.
He's just going for the leader. Maybe he's setting up for the turn 4 Meki. Because I think the Meki has deflect when it comes in.
It does.
It definitely does. Definitely
So
does.
doesn't have to worry about the Trunks counterplay too much.
Was
Although
he
Heroic
triple
Prospect
attacking?
is definitely a card.
He might well be, you know.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
He hasn't removed the balls. Just applying more pressure onto the leader.
Okay.
Very nice for him that Salsa has managed to stick around for these few turns, because that is the main draw power for the Mechikabura deck.
You
Just
do
every time
also
it
have-
swings, you get to draw 1.
We do also have Dark Master King as a potential finisher here to Fletch Triple Strike.
That's true.
So it can warp a life from your opponent when they activate a counter skill, which is pretty good. You know, warping a life's perfectly
I
fine.
believe Poe has just reached the 4 in warp that he needs. I can't remember if it's which player needs to have 4 in warp, but one of them does.
For the Dark Master King,
Yes.
it is
And just so you
3 or
guys
more cards in
know,
warp.
if this is the exact same list as he's running last time I'm looking at it, he does run 2 Dark Mask King. 2 Dark Mask King, 3 of the Mechikabura 8-drop, as well as 1 of Fu Shrouded, as well as Panzino.
Just, you know, all the good black cards.
All the good stuff.
So here, you're looking as the blue player to try and pressure the opponent. He's on 7 life, which is like way more life than you'd want him to be on.
Well, awakening that early helps with that too.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Ro. And again, he's swinging here to untap the energy. He's essentially drawn 3 there on a leader swing, which is pretty good. It's a pitch 1, draw 3, which is really, really strong. The Tapion's coming down. He's knocking that unison down to only 6 markers. How will he cope?
Poe has a whole stack of 7 cards right there in his hand. And that Tapion's 20k, isn't it? So it gets around the Black Mouse saying.
Yes, it does. So super combo. Is that the 3rd super combo we've seen there?
I think it's 3rd, yeah.
Definitely the 2nd. It might well be. In fact, I think it is the 3rd because he comboed with 1 last turn as well. So there's the 5 drop. Now you can see here that he goes up the chain here. He's swinging at leader.
He's swinging. Okay.
Mechikabura player staying on very high life to try and play around the chain coming down and killing him.
He's going to tap 2 here and evolve up into the 7 drop.
No, he's going for the
2 to
monkey
draw 2.
because if he went into the 7 drop, it would be coming in rest mode.
That's very true.
Ah, very true. Very true. So this
So he's
time
probably
got
searching
Baby
for
Hatch.
it.
Baby hat, yeah.
Yeah,
He can't sparking D
Saying
magic.
You've got more cards in your deck than your hand. He has got more cards in his hand. So 7 in deck. Maybe. All right. He's got 8 in his hand. Right.
Yeah, that's definitely at least 8.
I can confirm.
Baby hatch
There's
there.
it
Baby
is.
Hatch.
So he warps a card from the. I believe that's Salsa. Ritual at hand. Yep, the 5 drop.
Yes.
4 drop. Sorry.
It is.
Baby Hatch comes down. He needs to pitch. He's pitched to
Now this is going to
Tapion.
be really rough for the Mechikabura player.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he has, even if he has poutines in hand, the baby is on 6 markers, so it's going to be -5 territory.
Can he steal anything with the Mechikabura leader?
He's
No.
passing.
Interesting. So here, yeah, you're -5, and then you can activate the baby counter from hand. 15k and double strike to your leader. He's got a massive hand, so you know you've got to assume he's got the baby. Got to
He's
assume
got
it.
everything in that hand.
Yeah. So he'll have the triple strike from the UI sign. He'll have the double strike from the Kaioken, which will be 2 double strikes. So that's 3 + 2 + 2 is 7, plus the baby swing, which
Here comes
is 8. Here
poutine.
comes poutine. Here comes the
There's
baby.
8.
And even if he has the second poutine, Poe is running 3 babies, so he probably has another one.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He needs to pitch 2 cards for that.
I think he
He's
pitched the
pitched-
ape and the unison.
Oh, is it another unison?
Yeah.
Okay. So this also puts more pressure on because Poe's now got a triple striker on board on top of the other triple striker that he's going to have. He's tapping
Two
to.
what,
He's
two?
still not swung with leader.
Doesn't have enough in hand yet.
No. Well, you know, he milled himself out last time. He's going to go for it this game as well.
Of course.
There's a swing with the leader. He's going to untap 2, draw 1.
Can't drop another poutine.
Go on, please. Make my day. Power burst.
Power burst.
Go on, Poe. Do it. Do it. Please.
I mean, he's tapped under poutine now. He might as well just go in with the babies.
Mm.
Unless maybe he doesn't have it.
So now, Poe's untapping. He's drawing a card.
Doesn't look like he has a target back for the power burst because the Black Marseille was bottom decked.
Mm-hmm. That's another power burst. Oh, petrification.
Now that is
Ooh.
a counter target.
That's
There
the
it
second
is.
Baby. So we can't play the baby.
So
but he
yeah,
can...
I don't think he needs to ditch for that because it doesn't get activated yet.
No, he does.
No, I meant
He
for
needs
the
to pitch to pay the
petrification.
cost.
I meant for the
Oh, he does the-
petrification.
I'm not sure.
Petrification, I believe, is an
Google.
additional cost to.
Yeah, and you may choose one card in your
Yeah.
hand and place it in your drop area. Doesn't need to pitch that. What did I miss? Poe is absolutely slapping people around with their baby triple strikers. Oh my god, he's gone in.
Looking
He's
to
gone
push him to
in.
3 for those triple strike ranges.
Yeah.
He's got the baby and he's gonna have the
What's
triple
the
strike.
card
on the
he's
chain.
comboed with underneath? I can't see it.
Now the super combo.
I don't think it is. Oh no, it
It
is.
is.
Sorry, it is. It is. You're absolutely right. I'll never doubt you again.
Thank you.
Took me all there, but you finally won me round. You do actually know what you're talking about, Ollie.
Glad I finally convinced you. I do sometimes read the cards.
It's been 84 years. Right, so, I mean, the options for Poe, he's just got so many things he can do. Like, you know, Karl's comboed out of 35 swing.
And this triple
Um,
striker, if it connects, it's just game, right?
Oh.
Does he
Never
have
mind.
the third? Oh my god, please have the third baby.
He does.
Oh my god.
The feels bad! That is disgusting! That is disgusting!
This guy 3 babies in 1 turn.
Oh, that is so strong!
Now he can evolve into the UI Goku. And
then
even if the Meki has sparking, it doesn't matter.
Yep, because he pitched 1. Does he have another copy? Yeah, there it is. That's GG. Can't combo. Can't spark
combo,
and
can't
negate.
negate.
Yep, that is GG.
Wait, he
That's
can't
all she
combo.
wrote.
But if he has those like Sensu Bean cards, those aren't combos. Just stack all of them.
Oh man.
Wow. And he had all the negates.
He had more negates. That feels
the
bad.
triple baby, my lord.
That is nutty. Good lord.
Yeah, that was an insane turn.
That is he's been soul struck to death.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insanity.
That's why he ran 3 baby.
That's why he's 4th in the world.
The baby is super sus.
Yeah, the baby, of course. But you got to give it up for Karl. He just came in here last second,
Hey
threw
guys,
his 3 decks
if you can
together.
unmute.
Hello.
How's it going?
Great. I managed to triple baby someone.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
wow.
lord.
That was
That was a
crazy.
nutty turn.
Absolutely insane. I'm still not over the fact that you milled yourself out on the game swing for game 2.
I wanted to go to game 2, you know?
Just so
Yeah.
you could triple baby. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, my life was at 3. It was an odd number, or else I went to 0 life and win. Because I went
I noticed that. I was like, you can't go to 0. That's kind of upsetting.
No, I was going to Kaioken, go to 0, then go back to the UI.
Yeah, that's the old play. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep, I was about to do it, but odd number. Oh damn!
Oh, I mean, what a set of games, man. Though every single game there was just absolutely ridiculous, and topped off by a triple baby play. Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, I had 19 cards in hand at one point of time.
Yeah, like you had more cards in hand than you had in deck, which is it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I drew like 4 Xeno Instinct this game, but the PMS really ruined me because I couldn't play my 4-drop Goku because I have the drop 2. Thank God I have a backup plan in the Tapion.
Yeah, we did notice that the Tapion came down as opposed to the 4-drop Goku. So whilst you're here, is there anybody that you'd like to mention or shout out?
Just my team academia, because they've been sponsoring me for the past 1 year, and my best partner, my manager, Qijian, because he made all this deck. I'm just a player.
I mean, let's not sell you short. You're not just a player, are you?
Yeah, I'm just a player. And he's the manager. I mean, he's in charge of all the cards, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I could just focus on just getting good at the game, because like new sets, everything. We share the cards, so I just pay money and he will settle everything, so I can just focus on the game itself. Yep. Anything else to shout out? I think TCG Metals, they also sent me a Broly, but it haven't arrived yet.
I'm sure it's on the way. Again, yeah, huge shout out to TCG Metals for supplying all of our winners with leaders today. But
I could not offer my TCG Metal prize to Karl for stepping out at the last moment. Yeah, I think Jace can do it, because it was very last minute for him, so I think it was pretty unfair for him, and I don't think I need any more metal cards.
Hey, that's nice guy, Poe. Yeah, we can arrange that if you really want that. It's
So I would like to offer it to him instead.
damn, what an absolute shad here. But
Absolutely amazing.
thanks for coming out again. I know you've been with us since Fight Night 1, and you've had an absolutely amazing year this year as well too, with Worlds and all of that, showing everyone what Asia's made of, and absolutely crazy just to see another monkey play. First you got the green secret rare, now you got the triple baby. Like, it's just like this guy never stops.
I wanted to combo away the baby so I could like get the baby on board.
Hey, that's
But I also felt decking out, you know.
yeah. Hey, it was definitely a spectacle to watch, and it's always fun to have you by. Can't wait to have you in the next Fight Night.
Yep, thank you. I hope to join more to showcase more of Asia's spice.
Oh, and damn, it's spicy. Love seeing, especially Pan. That was when I saw that, I'm just like, yes.
Yep, it was my friend's own homebrew. I mean, we have like 2 versions of it. One with Frieza's spaceship. Probably showcase it the next Fight Night.
Oh, okay. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Poe. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to play in Fight Night. It's just fun, and it's a time where we can just play fun decks and have a really good time. And I really enjoyed watching the first few matches. So thanks everyone for hosting this event. And hope more to come. Hope for more to come.